And I think the Vikings are a fascinating team because I've watched this with Darnold and Baker, is that their careers get resurrected. And this didn't happen 10 to 15 years ago. My take is there are so many smart young offensive coaches. The beneficiary of that is these quarterbacks who get drafted by the Jets and go to the Panthers, Darnold. Or it's Baker and he's not quite mature enough in Cleveland. He goes to LA and then he finds Tampa. Is that it's giving guys, this used to be a total outlier. Then now it's happening all the time because there's so many good offensive coaches. And I argued this last week. I said, well, Carson Wentz can play. And how do I know that? Because all the coaches that like him are all these really smart offensive guys. And they're like, I'll put Carson Wentz on my roster. So you're looking at tape now. I think today he's better than J.J. McCarthy. Maybe not in 8 weeks. Maybe not next year. Today, when you look at film, can you go on a 5-game winning streak with Carson Wentz in Minnesota?
Yeah, I think if the Vikings have proved one thing, if Kevin O'Connell has proved one thing, and they've proved many things in his time in Minnesota, it's I'm not sure there is a coach in the league, a head coach for sure, or an offensive coordinator, who gets the most out of their quarterback within their system and blends the idea of play caller, quarterback whisperer, confidant, mentor, enough to kick them in the behind and get them going, but also when it's time to put their arm around them. He has such a unique quality to check all of those boxes. It sounds like that would be the given, but as we all know, a lot of those quarterbacks you just mentioned did not enter into those kind of organizations with that kind of fit earlier in their career. I mean, look what he did with Cousins, and obviously Cousins goes in free agency and gets the big deal post-injury with Atlanta. Then what he does last year with Sam, who goes and gets a huge contract in Seattle. Now, J.J. McCarthy, he gets hurt, and now in comes Carson Wentz, who hasn't been a starter in this league. He's been on 6 teams, I think, or whatever it's been. And again, this was a 1-game sample size. Can they continue to do that week in and week out? We'll find out this week in Ireland. But he has such a unique quality where, yes, he has the X's and O's. Yes, he has the schematic advantage. But it's all the other stuff. It's the Sean McVay qualities. Those are just really unique guys. And there's just not many of them. And again, this is a larger question, but that's why when you get an opportunity to get them in your building and you got to hire them away from LA, you got to make them your head coach. And you see why teams are going towards young offensive minds on the head coaching search. And it gets into that whole conversation. When you have a guy like Kevin O'Connell and obviously the talent on the roster, your ability to weather quarterback change, injuries, is just bigger than most, not everybody, but it's bigger than most teams around the league. And Kevin O'Connell has proven to be as good, if not better than any coach in the league in regards to developing and getting the best out of his quarterback.